On behalf of more than 60,000 employees of Southwest Airlines, welcome to today's talk story. Over the last year and a half or so, we've had an opportunity to visit the islands as we were preparing to serve you all. And in those times, we had a chance to talk story. We had a chance to learn about your passion points and really experience the essence of the aloha spirit. And in that way, we hope that we're able to bring you Southwest Airlines in a way that is relevant and also helps us to achieve our mission, and that's to connect you to what matters most in your lives through friendly, reliable, and low-cost air travel.
It's been such a pleasure to continue our conversation with the Southwest team this historic week of their first scheduled flights to and from the state of Hawaii. Many of us have been involved in their mapping out of the cultural and business landscape, and we appreciate their work to make certain that America's original low-fare air carrier enters the Hawaii market in a thoughtful and relevant way. Here's a little bit about Southwest, and of course I'm making sure that we get these correct now. More people fly to and from and within California on Southwest than the next few airlines put together. They serve 10 airports in California, and we await their scheduled news for San Diego, Sacramento, and Lihue. They start service 4 times daily in each direction between Onizuka Airport at Keahole and Honolulu on May 12th. Southwest plugging into our state brings us an airline that flew 130 million passengers last year on a fleet of 750 airplanes on more than 4,000 flights a day to 100 cities across 11 countries. Give a round of applause for that. They are friendly, and they're passionate about hospitality, and they're excited to be our partners. We welcome them to the islands. Mahalo. Thank you, Southwest team.
My name's Adam DeCare. I'm the Vice President of Network Planning. Network planning is predominantly the people that decide, hey, where should we put our airplanes? We talked about the 750, it's gonna be 775 by the end of this year, aircraft, over 4,000 flights, and then there has to be a flight schedule that connects all those dots together, and that's what network planning does. Here, got a couple real quick things, just to manage expectations a little bit. I'm not here to announce any new things. All right, so I just wanted to, I've already had some conversations. There's no announcement today, so I just wanted to get that. Let's take a deep breath. All right, we're going to talk a little bit about history. In 1971, our founder, Herb Kelleher, and that's him right there, Colleen Barrett. I don't know if you knew this, but in January we lost Herb. It was a terrible moment, a sad moment for us. I mean, even though he had lived a fantastically full life, and even though we lost him physically, if you ever knew him, if you ever met him, you could never lose what he meant to you. And so that carries on as we continue to go forward. And so he's sitting there in the 70s and he says, hey, I've got this dream, right? I'm going to get people out of their cars and take them to the places that are most important. Now, in 1971, it wasn't deregulated yet. And so the only places he could go at the beginning was intra-Texas. And he just said, hey, I'm going to fly a lot of flights. I'm going to fly them often. I'm going to have low fares. I'm going to treat my employees well. They're going to treat their customers well. Customers are going to continue to come back, loyalty, right? And then we're going to have this nice virtuous circle, and then we're going to take care of the shareholders. And then we're going to continue to take care of the employees, and then we're going to grow. And so this goes on for a few years. And we have what happens in 1978, right? Deregulation. And so now we're allowed to go about the world. You're free to go about the country. And to think now, right? You fast forward that to today. I'm sitting here talking about the history of Southwest Airlines with you all in the room. in Hawaii. And to think back, gosh, just 22, 23 years ago, that was, that had started out as this ramp agent, and that Southwest Airlines would be open to me to be able to do that is incredible. And it's hard for me to convey all this stuff, right? Here's this moment. This is the moment. This was in California, right? And this is what we call the Spirit Party. And this Spirit Party was at Universal. We rented out Universal Studios in Hollywood for the night. And there was more people at night for the Spirit Party than they had ticketed attendance that day, which was incredible. Like, the lines were longer. I thought, wait, I'm going to go because then there won't be any lines. They were longer because there were more employees there that had came for the Spirit Party than they had ticketed attendance. And this moment was so cool because as I was sitting there, and I'm network planning, so I knew what we were announcing, right? I mean, we're getting ready to announce Hawaii. And so it was still so fantastic because of all the excitement from the employees and the thing. And when those guys came out, and you see Tom Nealon, our president, in Hawaii, making a video satellite hookup link to the crowd went nuts. The employees of Southwest Airlines were so excited to add the state of Hawaii to the route map. And this was before it even became super official. It was just saying, hey guys, we're working on our ETOP certification to potentially go to Hawaii. And the place erupted. How does Southwest points of difference? What are the things that you think about when you think about Southwest? Let me walk you real quickly through the journey, right? So you'll notice right away when you go to book your ticket that you're going to go to southwest.com. And southwest.com, why is it southwest.com versus Expedia or Orbitz or any of that stuff? And it's because we are a low-cost airline, and it's important that we maintain a connection with our customer. And so we want to connect right with you and know if there's an issue or concern, you're talking to us, not a third party. It keeps our costs low so we can keep our fares low, right? And so that's right away. And so that's first point of difference. You're coming to southwest.com. Second point of difference, you won't, look for any place to click for bag fees because we don't have bag fees for the first 2 bags, right? Yeah. Right? So that you get your bag fees for free. I feel like, that's such an excitement. When I go on my vacation, I tell you, vacation's a big time for family, right? And when we go to Florida, my wife and daughter take 3 bags, and me and my boys take like a bag. And so it's just, it's important for families that bags fly free. So I always fly Southwest. And so that's the first point of difference. Always fly. First point of difference. Second point of difference is when you get to the boarding area, right? So you get to the airport and stuff like that, and you're going to get to the boarding area, and we have an open seating, but we have a kind of an organized boarding thing. A lot of people think it's a little bit hectic. I fly other carriers. It's I think less hectic than that because you're going to order, you're going to boarding number, you're going to board based on your boarding number, and then you're going to have your choice of seat. It's a little different, right? And it's a little kind of unnerving at first because you're like, oh my gosh, where do you want me to sit, airline? Right? I mean, think about what you're saying. Airline, where should I sit? Or you get on the plane and you see the person sneezing and you say, I'm not sitting there. Or somebody coughing, you're like, no, I'll sit over here. And you get to pick your thing. And so when you figure that out, it's great. I'm going to get on the plane and get to pick my seat. It's a fantastic, fantastic change. And we find that our customers really enjoy that, the ones that come back and back and stuff like that. Second, plans change, right? How many times does your life get in the way of your plans? How about no change fees? Yeah? No change fees. Man, that is fantastic. Because how many times does my plans change? All the time. And so having that, a part of that, is a fantastic piece. And there's some change of fare, like if it changes that stuff, so you go through all that stuff and we can talk about that, but there's no change fees itself, and that is a fantastic piece. Next point of difference, when you're on the airplane, we've got great flight attendants, which Sonya's going to talk to you about. It is such a warm welcome, and employees that truly care about what's going on in your life. Employees that are either, sometimes there's employees that are even just non-revving. They're going out to one of their things, they hear of an issue, and then they go and help.
My name is Laurie Barnett, and I'm thrilled to be with you today. I am the Managing Director of our Communications and Community Outreach team. So I'm responsible for our internal communication to those 60,000 employees that Laura talked about, as well as I get to have fun opportunities with team members to cover things like our inaugural flight that just landed on Oahu just on Sunday. So we have a fabulous team that loves to get involved in the community, loves to talk about where Southwest is going, and it's just a real privilege to get to work with that group. Last Sunday, we just celebrated St. Patrick's Day while we were celebrating our amazing inaugural service to Hawaii. And we had green and we had lei and we had all kinds of fun stuff going on. And we enjoy every minute of it. It was such a privilege. I got to fly in on the inaugural flight and getting to see all the joy of our customers, getting to be the first customers landing here, and our employees that were on the flight. It was just amazing. I'm going to show you a video real quick that tells you a little bit more about what we've been doing from the community standpoint here in Hawaii.
The Hawaii Chamber of Commerce truly enjoys the long-term relationship we've had with Southwest Airlines. What I love most about Southwest Airlines is the people.
Our partnership is very, almost on not a business level, but like a friendship level.
They are truly an ambassador of what we call the aloha spirit. It's business philosophy of caring about people and doing the best you can. That's a lot of what the aloha spirit is about.
We want to be a great citizen and a good neighbor. And that means that we get involved in the programs that are important to the people who live in the communities that we serve.
It's not just saying the words, but actually doing it.
It has really allowed us to expand our outreach.
Our purpose is to connect our customers to what's important in their lives with friendly, reliable, and low-cost air transportation.
Their ability to bring community together has been a true blessing for our business partners, so we thank Southwest Airlines.
So even just gathering together today is part of our community engagement work. It's to get to know you, meet you, be a part of the fabric of the community, and that will really help us demonstrate our commitment to your continued vitality. And for us, we study the market before we go into it. We really try to understand about the economics and how we can best put our flights into the city and make sure that we're going to be effective here. And we're going to be able to keep our costs low, keep our prices low, keep the flights coming in. And so that's our commitment to you, that we aren't just going to be here for a flash in the pan. We're going to keep coming back. We're going to bring our families, Adam, and we're going to be back. And we're going to keep getting to come back and get to be with you. So keeping costs low is critical. And that fuels, again, our prosperity as well as our commitment to you.
I am Sonia, and I have the honor and the privilege of leading and supporting our 17,000 flight attendants. And I had the privilege of starting as a flight attendant with us 18 years ago, so I have a passion for hospitality. I was on my honeymoon in 2005. I look a lot different than that now. And that's my amazing husband, Michael. He visited Hawaii before I did, and he said that he knew as soon as he came home that is where he wanted me to come back with him on a honeymoon because it was life-changing for him. And I soon knew why. It was an amazing experience. As soon as we landed, we were presented with a beautiful lei, but it was not just the lei, it was the poise and the grace and how that was placed on me, and the calm and the serenity that I felt. And I thought, I'm experiencing something here that I may never feel this way about again. It was a true wow factor for me. And unlike other vacation destinations, and I'm sure you've all experienced it, where you land and the very first thing that people want to do is sell you something and show you their wares, I didn't feel that way at all here. I felt, we want to share our beautiful islands with you and our culture and our people. And I love that.